Marco, results aren't what they are in the preseason, but what constructive can you take out of this tonight?
Yeah, no, it's, listen, do we like the ending? No, of course. But I also been there a lot of times, having that preseason, first game at home, lots of excitement, lots of kids fighting for a spot or some players. Lots of information the last 3 days. We went through a lot. Everything was, I'm not saying was new, but just, it was just a different voice, I guess. So I don't blame my players. They work hard. We were just not smart enough, and that's why we were down right away 4-1. So there's a lot of things. I'm glad it happened, because now it's going to give us something, or especially me, it's going to give me something to work with, and know exactly areas we just have to be better.
Systemically, how easy, or what is it going to take for you to think to fix those little defensive miscues or neutral zone miscues that happened tonight?
Yeah, no, that's again, I could tell these guys tried hard, right? They really did. They really did. It's just something was new for them, and again, we gotta show them, we gotta teach them, and we gotta do it over and over and over again. So there's not much time, but there is time. So I'm very confident. Even today is today, but we're gonna move on tomorrow.
Marco, when you're trying to play the game fast, obviously the ramifications for anything that goes wrong is going to be greater. So how do you keep them thinking confidently in order to build it where you need it to be? Because it doesn't sound like it can be an easy process when you're the new guy and you're trying to play this way.
Yeah, no, I mean, the transition was probably the best part in our game today. I think it was really fast. Kept them on their heels a little bit for stretches. It was just, I think, breakouts coming our end, turnovers, individual turnovers. I think that those are mistakes that just can happen. And we didn't really play as a. It got better on in the third period. We didn't really play as a unit as well. I want to see us connect way better as a unit at 5. But there were some good things too. So it's not always bad. But again, we just have to be smart enough.
What will Morgan Geekie mean for this team and offensive production this season?
No, he looked great in camp. He really did. I didn't really know him just by watching him, but he's dialed in. He came in a really good shape, and so far he's been excellent.
Marco, was there anyone in particular who really stood out to you as a positive?
I mean, it's hard to say, but I really liked our fourth line. They were our best line. They worked extremely hard. They brought us some energy. They were buzzing around, and they did exactly what I wanted them to do. So I think that was the best positive. And I said players-wise, but again, I thought our transition quickly, the quick ups especially, I thought that was something we can work on that.
What did you see from Charlie McAvoy and Mason Lohrei as a pair tonight, and is there anything you want to work on going forward with those two as a pair?
Yeah, no, for Charlie, remember it's been a long time. Again, but he was at the start he was finding his way into the game a little bit, and but he settled down big time, and Mason too. I mean, we already talked to him before camp actually, and again, there's some details what I like, I have to correct, and what I like to see different, and again, sometimes it's just a bad habit. So again, he will be one of those guys. We just have to, sit right beside me, and we just got to show video and show him, and. But he definitely, I know he can play better.
What do you think of Patra at center?
Yeah, they were again, this was a good example of these guys. They do care. They went all out the last 3 days. I can tell you that. Today, I thought they maybe looked a little bit tired, but this is just experience too. I think sometimes it's when I say playing smart, it's just they try so hard, but then they don't think, and there were a lot of times they just got caught, and they didn't have a good at three, but just not being there. And again, that's something comes with experience and Maddie. But the last 3 days they've been really good. Maybe today was not the whole line. Maybe was not the way they wanted, but I'm really confident as those three guys will be better.
A couple, if I could. The first one on Mason and those habits. Are you talking about puck management or more situational, when to go, when to not go?
Yeah, no, it's a little bit of combination, I would say, right? I say, even watching him in the past, there's still turnovers. I think he just has to get better in that, and a little bit of positioning. There were a few situations, especially in the D zone, that he just needs to recognize, very, very quickly. It's a hard league. It's a very hard league, and in this league, things happen very, very fast, and that's why, those things have to click right away.
And the other one was on the power play. You got only three tonight. Didn't score, but did you feel you were getting some traction on it?
Yeah, no, it was. Listen, we didn't practice it at all. We talked about it before the game a little bit, just the breakouts, our foundation on breakouts and end zone a little bit, and that was it. So we never really touched anything, we had. I think most of the time we had some ozone time. Can we be better? Yes, absolutely. But I didn't mind our power play today, and it was definitely something. Spotter and his players will get better.
Marco, back to Mason just for a second. When you got hired, a big reason why you came here is because you wanted to develop young players, work on defense. He kind of fits that build to a T, but with his skill set, all these offensive tools, does it feel like he might be someone that you can kind of mold into anything you might want him to be, like Clay, in a way?
Yeah, no, again, I don't really care what happened in the past. I'm just going to look forward, and I do want him to take care of our own end first, and then because he has those tools, those offensive tools to be effective. That's just a lot of times it's just a bad habit, and it's just some players it's going to take a little bit longer and to get out of it, and but this is my job and our job for as coaches that we're going to remind him and going to correct him and stay on top of it.